Hi there, my name is Dan Brace and I'm from the IBM i2 Product Support team. In this IBM i2 Security Support video, we'll be taking a look at some of the new features which are available for you to use within the newly released IBM i2 iBase 9. Some of these features we will show you, and some of them we will simply tell you about, but you can always find more information within our IBM Knowledge Center articles or in other more detailed feature videos on our YouTube channel or within the Security Learning Academy. iBase 9 is the latest release from IBM, which benefits from a vastly upgraded code base, which, among other things, allows you to connect to and open your databases faster, with improved query response time and better security. It also benefits from an upgraded Active Directory integration, which now means that the application can natively trust authentication which comes from both domains within the same tree and other trusted domains. With the latest upgrade to iBase 9, you should also see a general performance improvement all around. At this release, iBase now also supports newer versions of Microsoft SQL Server software, which includes Microsoft SQL Server 2017 and 2019. For the first time, iBase also now supports Linux-based installations of SQL Server, but it must be noted that although iBase's backend database is now supported running on that Linux-based SQL Server instance, the iBase client itself is still a Windows-only application at this time. Now let's have a look at GIS interfaces. At this release, iBase 9 supports Esri ArcGIS for desktop versions 10.4.1, 10.5.1, and 10.6. It also supports Pitney Bowes MapInfo Professional versions 15, 16, 17, and 2019, including 32-bit and 64-bit versions where applicable. We also support Northgate Public Services XD version 2.7.1, though it is worth noting that this interface component is provided directly by Northgate Public Services, not via IBM. At this release, we have also dropped support for Esri ArcView 3. Speaking of drop support, it's also important for us to let you know what we are no longer supporting at this release, so that you can better plan your migrations and deployments. At this release, we have dropped support for Microsoft Windows 7 and Windows Server 2012 R2, Microsoft Office 2010 and 2013, support for any non-Unicode databases, and on the i2 product side of things, we've also removed the Cyber IP DNS resolution function from the product, as well as support for both the i2 text chart and i2 pattern tracer products at this release. Now let's take a quick look at some of the features. To aid in your deployments, iBase 9 no longer has a specific installer for each individual language we support. Instead, there is a single installer available to download from our Passport Advantage website, which then gives you the option to pick which language you wish to install as a step during the wizard. It's worth noting that if you wish to change the language after you've installed, you cannot modify the existing language to do so from the wizard. Instead, you must uninstall the product and then reinstall it, selecting your new language. The client also has new functionality now which will allow you to quickly change the database you're using from the File menu, rather than using the old multi-step method which will allow you to do the same thing. It's a lot faster. Using the Database Properties window within iBase Designer version 9, we also now give you the option to disable displaying the database details splash screen that you've previously seen every time you've logged into your database. Again, this is made in iBase Designer and must be done as an administrator. Where you've previously provided descriptions for your select from pick lists, these descriptions will now also be shown alongside those pick list options, which allow your users to understand the option that they're going to be picking better. Also, when using datasheets, we've made improvements in iBase 9, which mean that these now load faster, and if you have linked datasheets, they now have a resize feature for added convenience. When you work with images within iBase 9, you can now see that we have better inline image resizing as well as support for both the TIFF file type as well as the .png file type. If you used the multi-line text field in the past and you've used the memo editor, you'll be happy to know that we've now also supported up to 1 million characters being entered within the field. We've also added a spell check function to both entities and links. Working with sets is now easier too, with the ability to multi-select two sets within the Database Explorer view and then right-clicking, which will then pop up the option to either combine or analyze within the context menu. We've also added a reset button to certain forms that appear within iBase, which will allow you to quickly start over when you want to search for different data. And lastly for this video, for those of you working within a FIPS compliant environment, iBase can now be set to ensure that your passwords are encrypted using logic which matches the FIPS standard when working within Security Manager. For more information on any of these features, details around any fixed APARs in this release, or for general setup and how-to information, please see our Knowledge Centre for more details, or alternatively, raise a support case with us at the IBM i2 Product Support Team. We hope you found this short video useful, and thank you for watching.